I'm Chris, and I've been in the digital marketing industry for 4+ years now, and I help beginners land 60K a year digital marketing jobs without any prior experience or education needed. And I want to talk about the real practical things to look out for when applying for digital marketing jobs and looking at it through the perspective of the hiring manager. So, first step, 3-second LinkedIn and resume test. You want to make sure your LinkedIn and resume is completely optimized and contextual to the type of digital marketing job that you're applying for. So, for paid ads roles, for examples, your headline should clearly say on your LinkedIn profile, paid ad specialist, what type of platforms that you have experience in, Meta and Google ads, and that you're available for hire. And recruiters will skim your resume and your LinkedIn fast. So the top section is going to really matter. So having specific keywords and specific tools that are going to be very in demand for your role is very important. You just want to have a clean banner, a clean headshot with a clear picture of your face, clean background, and a featured project link or portfolio link. That just adds instant credibility. And on the resume, the top line should be a summary of yourself, skills, tools. So that way, when recruiters are looking through all of this, they can definitely just see that you have the credentials, the tools, the experience, and they'll go ahead and message you and see if you guys are a good fit. Second, your portfolio is the new degree. So you don't need a fancy degree, some sort of fancy job title. You just need proof that you can do the work. And using card.co, it's probably my favorite tool. It's free, or you could pay for it, but it's very affordable. You can create a simple one-page portfolio. They have a bunch of templates that you could base it off of. Very clean, very minimal. And if you're just starting off, you can add a mock project that you've done yourself without having any clients, for example, like meta ads for a local gym, $20 budget, 35 leads collected. You could always, adjust these over time and add more and more projects as you progress. So even one reel or a mock campaign gives you an edge over most beginners, because most beginners aren't even going to focus on a portfolio. They're just going to spam as much as they can into job applications, just hoping for the best. So making sure you get your portfolio is going to be important there. And 3 is results first, certificates second. So courses, they help you learn, but they don't prove value on their own, right? So courses I consider to be the most modern way to learn, especially if you want to learn things that are happening right now in the moment with the technological tools that are happening now, because colleges and other traditional institutions are just too slow to actually adopt, education that is in the current. So courses can help you learn for sure, very valuable, but they just don't prove your value on their own, right? Hiring managers want to see real world results. So what to show instead? We already talked about creating a portfolio. They want to see before and after numbers, like you're able to increase CTR, the click-through rate, from 0.5% to 2.3%, screenshots of dashboards, ad creatives, landing pages, and a Google Doc or Sheets just tracking ad spend, conversions, strategy notes. This is really valuable for hiring managers and recruiters to see. And certificates won't get you hired, but they can help you get interviews, especially if you pair them with a portfolio project. It's going to be very valuable. So a few certifications that I recommend that you get into, just start with these. It's a Google Ads Search certification, a Meta Certified Digital Marketing Associate, and HubSpot Inbound Marketing certification. I believe these are all free. I'm kind of forgot about the HubSpot one, but I know the Google Ads and the Meta Certified are free, I'm pretty sure. But these, if you have them, you can put them on your LinkedIn under your license and certifications. And they just show recruiters that you're serious and proactive and you're learning, and it looks really good. So making sure you pair up your portfolio and your certificates. It's a deadly combo if you combine them. And green flags recruiters look for. So you understand business goals. This ad was to get this X amount of leads, not just clicks. You've ran a small campaign for yourself, even if it's just $5 a day, because if you think about it, most beginners haven't even ran any type of campaign. So even if you run something small, perfectly fine. You're just getting your feet wet. You speak in metrics, so just being able to understand all the common digital marketing paid ads metrics like CPC, cost per click, CPA, cost per acquisition, like acquiring a customer, and return on ad spend, ROAS. And you tailor your resume application to each role. So you want to be contextual and not spammy, using specific keywords, using the language, and sprinkling that all into your resume and application. And 5, what to say if you don't have real experience yet. So a lot of beginners, they're going to be afraid that since they don't have too much experience yet, they're not going to know what to say. They're going to look bad, but just be confident. You're getting experience, you're building it over time, and you'll get better at it. It's just the name of the game. It's the process. You can't go through this without sucking at first. So you can say things like, I ran a mock meta ads campaign for a coffee shop. I learned how to A/B test headlines, optimize for leads, and track ROI, return on investment, with Meta Events Manager. I created 3 landing page variations in System.io to improve conversions. Show the steps, tools, and language. So basically, if you're able just to tell the recruiter hiring manager that you've done these things, you're a beginner, but you show promise, you show initiative, then you're going to be standing out a lot compared to all the other applicants. And number 6, what beats a marketing degree in 2025 and beyond? That's 1 to 2 completed projects, either real or mock projects. A clear understanding of paid traffic, that's important, paid ads. Tracking, making sure you have your pixels in check, making sure that it's tracking all of the conversions, the events that are happening on the landing pages, and optimization. So being able to clean up your ad campaigns, making sure that targeting is set correctly, and making sure that you're squeezing out as much profit as you can from the ad platforms. And then a proactive mindset. You reached out to businesses, offered free work, used Upwork or Fiverr to get practice. All that shows initiative and is very, very good when it comes to recruiters and hiring managers looking for you. And then a polished presence on LinkedIn and a portfolio. Those are all going to be very important, and you're basically going to be able to beat out someone with a marketing degree that just learned basic terminology, old, outdated concepts that don't even apply to today's marketing landscape. So as long as you have these, you'll be anybody, any new graduate with a marketing degree. And 7, biggest red flag for employers is you only list courses but not results. So you got to pair up your projects, your portfolio with the certifications and the courses you've taken. You can't just have only the certifications. You got to have both. You got to have the results as well. You don't know how to talk about KPIs, which KPIs is key performance indicators like clicks, leads, cost per results. Make sure you learn all of those metrics. You just have a generic resume. There's no mention of platforms, tools like Meta ads, Google ads. You're not contextualizing it. You're just spam approaching a generic resume, and you don't want to do that. And no projects or links to show proof of work. So That's going to be important. The hiring manager, the recruiter, is going to want to see what you've actually done. So making sure you have that. And point 8 is how to build all this in 30 to 60 days. So week 1, choose meta ads or Google search ads and study only that. Week 2, follow a step-by-step video tutorial and launch a test campaign. You don't have to spend that much money. Depending on how much you have, maybe $5, $10, $20 a day for 3 to 5 days, just to get some data that you could use to put into your portfolio. And then week 3, use card.co to make a portfolio, plus optimize your LinkedIn. Week 4, apply for freelance jobs on Upwork or do a free campaign for a friend's business, a local business. That way you could add that to your portfolio. And then week 5, 6, post your projects on LinkedIn, apply to 5 jobs at least a day with personalized, contextualized resume, cover letter, intros. And yeah, that's basically it. And just a little bonus tip is always ask for feedback after interviews. So after the interview, you can always talk to the interviewer or email them after, just asking for feedback, seeing what you can improve on. And then over time, you'll just reiterate, improve, and then eventually you'll land that digital marketing job. And that's it for the video, guys. If you want a more in-depth free video guide, just check out my website in the link down below, chrishwin.com, and check out my Instagram at chris.hwin. Message me with any questions you have, and that's all. See you in the next one.